welcome to everybody. So I will share my screen to start presenting the IPAS. Can you just tell me first if you can see my screen correctly?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Let me go in. Okay. So thank you all. So in fact, as you know, the main topic of this webinar is to present you some of the features of the IPAS, which is Everyday Life Practices and Skills Survey that was developed in collaboration with the UNESCO Institute for Statistics. So IPAS is part of the family of the direct assessment for literacy and numeracy skills. We mean by that instead of asking people to assess their own proficiency in literacy or numeracy, or even, which is worse sometimes, to ask someone from the household to give an evaluation of the proficiency of the members of the household, IPAS offers the possibility to estimate directly what people can do in terms of functional literacy and numeracy through a set of questions or exercises inspired by concrete situations from your daily life or your daily work. In fact, IPAS has two different components. The first one is this direct assessment, which is quite short, only 15 questions that help us to estimate this proficiency in literacy and numeracy. And the second part is a background questionnaire that will help us or will help the participating countries in having information not only on the background of the respondent, but also on how he is using his skills in the daily life and in work settings. And this background questionnaire, based on our previous experiences with Albania and with Romania, is also highly adaptable in the sense that we can include other questions to assess the practices in for other sets of skills, such as digital skills, for example, that are more and more relevant in our today world. What is important to note is that in total, IPAS is quite a short survey. You can count around 20 to 30 minutes to complete the two parts of the survey. And it offers the possibility to not only to run IPAS as a standalone survey, but also just to include it as an optional module in an existing survey, such as the census or health survey or workforce survey, depending on what is existing in the participating country, or depending on the focus you want to point out during this survey. One of the most important features of IPAS is that it is highly adaptable, meaning that so the direct assessment, of course, has to be translated and adapted following strict guidelines to meet the cultural context of the participating country. But more than that, the background questionnaire itself can be completely adapted depending on what the country wants to focus on and what are the most usual practices in the participating country. IPAS was already tested in several languages and several scripts, alphabets, meaning that what we offer to participating countries is a tool that is already highly comparable across different cultures and across different countries. When we offer IPAS, it's not like the current existing survey. We offer the possibility of countries to gain a full ownership of the survey, meaning they will have all the resources and all the capacities needed not only to implement IPAS once, but also to adapt it and to carry it again whenever they want in their country, depending on their own agenda. IPAS, thanks to the work done by the UNESCO Institute for Statistics, will offer to the participating country reliable data on the proficiency of youth and adults in functional literacy and numeracy that can help countries not only to inform their policies and to monitor the progress literacy nationally or regionally, but also to report towards SDG indicator 4.6.1, given that the proficiency scales used for designing the items included in EPAS are aligned with the proficiency levels used for reporting towards this indicator. Last point I would like to raise it is that EPAS is also highly flexible, meaning that we do not propose EPAS only in a paper-based as a paper-based survey like the traditional one, but there are many other ways of running EPAS that were already tested through computer assisted survey, but also through tablets or smartphones. Indeed, one of the last development regarding EPAS is the development of an application which is accessible so far in 4 languages, Arabic, English, French, and Spanish, and is available on the most usual market, such as Play Store and Apple Store. This application was developed with the idea of being very user-friendly, meaning the navigation throughout this application is very easy, and it can be downloaded either in the interviewer device or in the interviewee device, which helps to gain some flexibility and to reach out more easily the most difficult, the most challenging population in terms of access. One important features of this application is that it can work in even in low connectivity context, meaning that you don't need to have a continuous connection to run the application. In any case, the data will be stored and will be shared with the monitoring team and with the data collection team when a connection will be available. And this connection can be either the internet connection or a mobile connection, which can be a 3G, 4G, or 5G. We don't need to have the higher standard to run this application. So initially, EPAS was developed for smartphones, as I told you. The interviewee just need to enter a personal identifier to enter the application, and then he can navigate through the background questionnaire and the cognitive questionnaire. But EPAS is also developed for tablets, so which offer more comforts to the respondent because he can scroll up and scroll down in the screen and make use of the touch screens features of his tablet. Indeed, the different modalities of replies make use of all the features of the touch screen, such as highlighting text or drag and drop text, or just fill in some boxes to give replies. Together with this application, we developed an online platform that helps the data collection team to not only to generate the identifiers that are needed for organizing the data collection, but also to monitor the data collection to see what is the response rate, how interviewers are working. And this online platform, which is offered for free with the application, helps also to build the first data set and to start doing the first data analysis on the replies that you get from the field. The questionnaire itself is just a part of the full package of EPAS. Indeed, we developed several other documents that can help the countries to go into the different phases of implementing EPAS. So the first one is a set of leaflets that show you the most important features of both EPAS and specifically the application, the tablet-based application. Because we believe that it's important for you to have some elements if you want to engage with your local authorities in order to just to present what EPAS can offer to them if they decide to participate in such a survey. So we also have a memorandum of understanding. We can throw the basis of a cooperation between UIL and the participating countries. And based on the signature of this MOU, UIL provide to countries a set of guidelines to support and to guide the work of the national team through different processes of the implementation, such as the translation and adaptation of the questionnaire, but also the sampling phases, the training of the interviewers, or the analysis of the data collected. And upon request of the participating countries, we are also able to provide tailored documentation. Meaning if you need some more information on some specific aspect of the implementation, for example, the psychometric properties of the questionnaire, or if you need to hire a company to run the data collection, for all these different aspects, UIL can provide the support needed by the country. And last point I would like to stress is that together with all this documentation, and it's still with the aim of building capacities in participating countries so they have the full ownership of IPAS, we design an online course which is offered on our platform at UIL. This course is a self-paced course and takes approximately 15 hours to be completed. But participants can choose to jump from one module to another module depending on its own needs and on which elements they want more information. This course, this online course, was designed as a roadmap in the sense that it follows, by the way, the different steps of the implementation. So far, this training is developed, is already hosted on our platform at UIL, but it's not launched already. It will be launched right after the two webinars that we are doing. The first one with you and the second one tomorrow. So in order to access this online course is quite easy. You just have to connect to the UIL Learning Hub, which is a learning platform where UIL is hosting all the capacity building courses or training that has been developed. And once you register to this platform, you can access directly IPAS, the IPAS online training. And you will see it is organized in different modules and different sessions. And for each sessions, you will have access to recorded video with the training itself, but also a transcript of this training, different pedagogical resources, and a quiz to see if the learning the learning objective of the session was met during the self-paced training. And lastly, within this training, you have the possibility to build a kind of community with other participants, so you can exchange ideas, challenges, or experience towards the implementation of IPAS. So I will end here my presentation, and after my two colleagues, Roshan and Corina, will present their own PPT, we will go through a set of different questions to see to what extent IPAS could meet your own context. So thank you a lot for your attention.